Tennessee State. We've made it. The game tomorrow, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Bama, MTSU. It's Friday, TGIF edition of the show, hottest show on the streets. Talking your Bama football news in my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. We're right here, crown jewel of Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa, as we're doing this every single Friday. We appreciate every last one of you guys checking us out here on the show. And guess what? We have the incredible producers of In My Own Words right here. John Ivory and Eli Walker are on the set in the production studio.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
What's happening, guys?
What's going on? Just producing the show. Ready for this game tomorrow. It's going to be turned. We're going to be out there with a pregame show, so tune in for that. And
are you kidding me?
We got another guest here. We got Eli.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today?
Eli Walker, the man. I don't know if y'all seen Eli before, but this is Eli, our other producer here at Touchdown Alabama. So yeah, we're in here, Alumni Hall. We'll be out there, like I said, pre-game. We got a good show for y'all, live show. So tune in for that.
Yeah, man.
So absolutely awesome to have two producers live in color on the screen right there. It's fantastic. Those two guys do a phenomenal job. Eli and John make this what it is. But as always, folks, we want you guys to be a part of the show. You can be a part of the show by calling 205-448-1358. And I'm going to call in to get your voice be made known. 205-448-1358. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share the show around. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. Without further ado, we jump into topic one of the conversation. Coach Saban made it known yesterday on Hey Coach, the Nick Saban show. QB1 has been announced for MTSU. That being Jalen Milroe. Come on down. Young man from Katy, Texas. Jalen Milroe, starting quarterback for Bama against Middle Tennessee State on Saturday. And this comes as a surprise to no one. Milroe has put in a ton of work this offseason, whether it was him taking receivers down to Tampa, Florida, working with specific trainers, whether it's been him by himself, putting that work and improving the passing mechanics, the accuracy, the timing of it all, being a complete package quarterback. This comes as a surprise to no one, as he was competing against Ty Simpson, Tyler Buckner, Dylan Larnigan for the starting job. Coach Saban going with one, Jalen Milroe, trotting out there first against MTSU. And for a lot of the fans, here's Milroe's moment, right? He's been waiting on the shot, been waiting on this opportunity. Started against Texas A&M a season ago, played against Arkansas. But now it's his moment to grab it completely by the horns. This is my job. His job to lose. His moment to seize. His opportunity to take full advantage of the bright lights, of the LED lighting feature inside Bryant-Denny. This is Jalen Milroe's big moment. We're all looking forward to seeing what he does on the field. I've mentioned this before. We know what he is as an athlete. We know what he is as a runner. He's made improvements in the passing game. But now we get to see it first up close, up front, personal. The work ethic, the drive, what he's going to be bringing out here for Alabama. Now, Coach Saban also mentioned that he looks to play multiple quarterbacks in this game against the Blue Raiders, at least three. He wants to play three guys out here. And he told the starter, now that we know that it's Jalen Milroe, go out there, do your thing, handle business, take care of the football, because we want to be able to get Ty Simpson out there, want to be able to get Tyler Buckner, the transfer from Notre Dame, out there, get these guys some reps, get their confidence going as well. to open up the campaign. So while Jalen Milroe is QB1 to start this matchup against the Blue Raiders, Saban wanting to play multiple guys out there on the field. That's where the likes of Tyler Buckner and Ty Simpson come in. Now, what I kind of want to see here is how does Tommy Rees, as the new offensive coordinator, draw up the first drive, the first possession here for Milroe? Do we see Tommy Rees roll Milroe out the pocket? Yeah, hit out Malik Benson and Isaiah Bond, Ja'Cory Brooks and Jermaine Burton for an 80-yard touchdown. Can we see that? Could we see a lot of the ground and pound game early, getting the offensive line and these running backs involved? Could we see Jalen Milroe, 60, 70-yard touchdown run out the gate? Like, what's the first drive going to look like here for Alabama football with Jalen Milroe under Tommy Rees? That will be where my eyeballs will be focused on. Play calling, the scheming, the strategizing. What will Tommy Rees do here in terms of setting Jalen Milroe up for success right out of the gate? But we got the word from Coach Saban. QB1, Jalen Milroe will take the field first on tomorrow, but he'll look to play multiple quarterbacks, so keep your eyes on Ty Simpson and Tyler Buckner being out there as well. We're going to take our first break here, folks, on the show. Don't touch that dial. We're just getting started. Upon our return, we go to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. It's the eve of Bama MTSU. What's your pulse looking like? We'll go to you, the Bama fans, as we're live from Alumni Hall. We'll get to you after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
9 players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
Super chats. Appreciate David Pickett showing love to us right here on the channel. But before we go to your calls here, call statement brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Once again, that's 205-448-1358. We got to pay some bills here. This show brought to you by Factor. By Factor Fresh, our sponsor Factor, that is doing this show today. And gotta love those guys with their Factor here. And when you talk about Factor, you know, Factor's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Can help you feel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track reaching your goals. Factor offers delicious flavor-packed options on the menu each week to fit a variety of lifestyles from keto to calorie smart, vegan plus, veggie, and protein plus. You can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of 45 plus add-ons, including breakfast items like our apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, and egg breakfast skillets. You head over to factormeals.com/TDA50. You use the code TDA50 to get 50% off. That's code TDA50 at factormeals.com to get 50% off. Factor Fresh. Those guys do a tremendous job. They got me right now on this whole body transformation thing. Looking good, eating good, feeling good. Factor Fresh, Factor Meals. Check out those guys right here. Appreciate all that they do. But back in here, like I said, 205-448-1358 for them to call in to let your voice be made here on the show. 205-448-1358 as you're getting your thoughts in. Cool call topic right here. We have the honorary captains for the Alabama game tomorrow. That being, we got Darren Mustin, former Alabama linebacker, and Eric Anders, another former Alabama linebacker. Eric Anders, 2009 BCS national champion. Eric Anders, Darren Mustin will both be honorary captains for the game against MTSU on tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Bryant-Denny Stadium. Looking forward here to the matchup, but we're going to actually continue the conversation right here. Looking forward to seeing Eric Anders. Looking forward to seeing Darren Mustin. Looking forward to seeing this game tomorrow. Jalen Milroe getting the start. How will he fare out there passing the football, being that complete package quarterback out there? That's going to be fun. Offensive line looking to establish that physicality early and often. Looking forward to seeing them out there. Defensively with Kevin Stingle bringing that fire defense. That's going to be fun. Just being back inside Bryant-Denny. Been a while since this past season ended, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be tremendous. Looking also forward to seeing all the fans out there as well. Also, we're gonna have the man here in the next segment, former wide receiver. Well, he's actually coming in now. Oh my goodness, we can bring him in now. So we got good friend of mine, brother of the show, two-time national champion 2015 and 2017. One of the biggest wide receivers right here, catching that thing from Mac Jones. We got the pride of Tuscaloosa, my man, Donnie Lee Jr. Donnie, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
What's happening, man?
Man, just chilling, guys. Good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I cannot complain, man. It's crazy to have you in here. I'm happy to have you in here right now, and you've been a part of so many of these opening games, whether it's been on a neutral site field, whether it's been at Bryant-Denny. You got this one in front of the home fans against Middle Tennessee. I mean, what is your pulse like, man? How excited are you for this?
Man, I'm fired up, man. It's football season. There's nothing like it in the city of Tuscaloosa. It's definitely unique with us playing Middle Tennessee like in the first week. We usually have that big matchup, but I think it's going to be good to get us ready for Texas week 2. So I'm excited to see how the boys come out and represent B-South.
So, of course, you got Jalen Milroe making his first start. Coach Saban, the news got out today. And for a young man that played he played in 2 games last year, played against Texas A&M, got the start there, played against Arkansas. But what do you look forward to seeing from him? Offensive coordinator Tommy Reese has got some different things. What do you want to see from Milroe as he takes the field, as he embraces the crowd, as he soaks all of this in?
Oh, man, just his composure, leadership on and off the field, how he's able to verbally lead the team. I'm really excited to see that. Obviously, the offense will be very vanilla. They don't want to show too much with us having the matchup we've got week 2. But just seeing his composure, man, his accuracy with the ball and patience in the pocket specifically. I'm excited to see that.
My man, you played wide receiver. You was a dog out there at that position. You've been seeing these wide receivers all off season, whether it's Jermaine Burton, Isaiah Bond, just several guys. First game for this wide receiver unit. What do you want to see from that position group?
Man, just competitive integrity. I think, one of the reoccurring narratives I heard from a lot of receivers that no one went over 1,000 yards last year. And so the receivers are excited to be more productive this year. They're excited to, just do things even when they're not getting the ball to get other guys open. I know that's been one big thing for Jermaine, is hoping other guys get open on your complementary routes, blocking on the backside, and just doing your 1 of 11.
Now, of course, here, Donnie, you look at this Alabama defense, you bring back Kevin Steele, defensive coordinator. He's been around the game for so long, and the narrative has been, well, Bama's not tough anymore. They're not physical anymore. They don't got that dog in them no more. For Kevin Steele to come back, what do you want to see from him having that fire back into this defense?
Oh, man, I think just, seeing that old-school Bama defense, that Deontay Hightower, Rolando McClain, C.J. Mosley, that brand of football, just being disciplined, doing the little things right. We run a very complex defense, so it takes a lot of football IQ, not just athleticism. And so seeing guys not just, being athletic enough to make the right plays, but understanding the game cerebrally enough to make the right plays.
Absolutely. We got my man Donnie Lee Jr. right here, 2-time national champion wide receiver 2015 and 2017. So the last thought here on my end, Donnie, is when you inside Bryant-Denny, and it's the LED lighting feature, and you're coming through that tunnel in front of over 100,000 fans. What's the emotion of a player like? Take me through that. You're about to come out the tunnel. Saban's talking to you. You're talking with your brothers. You're getting your mind right. But you're walking into a stadium full of LED lights. Like, what's that vibe like?
Oh, man, ironically, it's emotionless. That's the focus, right? You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too low. You want to be stoic and focused on what the assignment is. We think the guys that come out too emotional, that wears off, by the second or third quarter, and 100% by the fourth quarter. So you just want to be disciplined, focused on your assignment. You don't really need any rah-rah speeches. We've talked about that before. Just do your 1 of 11 again. Just focus and do your job.
Donnie Lee, my man, appreciate you always coming by here, stopping by here, checking us out. We appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Donnie Lee Jr., 2-time national champion wide receiver 2015 and 2017, helping us out right here on the show. Bama taking on MTSU on tomorrow at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're going to actually go to a break right now. When we get back, we'll actually get into some keys to victory here. Not keys to victory. We're going to actually get into the injury updates here for Alabama. Coach Saban updating the media on 2 5-star players. We'll get into that right after this.
What's up, Bama Nation? This is Rudy Griffin, former Alabama defensive lineman, and you're listening to my guy, Stephen M. Smith, in my own words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide, roll!
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
TGIF edition of the show, the #1 form for your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, live from Alumni Hall here in Tuscaloosa. Bama taking on MTSU on tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Time from Bryant Denny. Got my guys, John Ivory, Eli Walker right here in the production studio doing their thing right there. Appreciate you guys. Continue to like the show, hitting that thumbs up, giving us that subscribe right there, and making this your show to talk all things Bama football. But we get into topic number 2 here of the conversation. Coach Saban, during his Hey Coach show on Thursday, he provided some injury updates on a couple of former 5-star players, that being Justice Haynes, 5-star running back, and Jahad Campbell, 5-star inside linebacker. Both of those two had some injuries there in fall camp. Nothing serious for neither of the two. So Justice Haynes, who dealt with a little bit of a quad contusion. Haynes has been back at practice, has been back to work, been going through drills with the running back group. And, according to Coach Saban, a fine young man, phenomenal young man, and a player that will make a contribution on this year's team at the running back position. So that tells you right there, Justice Haynes will play in this game. How many reps he'll get remains to be seen, but Justice Haynes will play. We're talking about a young man that phenomenal high school career, Buford High School in Georgia, 7,574 career rushing yards, 95 career touchdowns for Haynes. Did have a strong spring practice, did well in the A-Day game, had 3 touchdowns, including 2 touchdown runs. So Haynes, a bit of a quad issue, missed some days of practice in fall camp. But he's fine, he's good, he's back, he's been practicing according to Coach Saban, will be a marquee contributor on this year's team. Expect to see him play against MTSU. Now for Jahad Campbell, young man from New Jersey, according to Coach Saban, he had his knee scoped recently between a week or 10 days ago. He is listed as doubtful for this game against the Blue Raiders. He could play, but Saban listing him as doubtful. Jahad Campbell will more than likely be ready for week 2 against Texas. So that's just Coach Saban providing us with injury updates on 2 former 5-star guys during his Hey Coach Nick Saban show on yesterday. Justice Haynes had a bit of a quad issue. He's been back at practice. Expect to see him play on tomorrow. As for Jahad Campbell, recently had his knee scoped, listed as doubtful for the game this weekend. Could play, but more so, he'll be better suited. He'll be ready for the Texas matchup on next week. But we take another break here, folks, on the show. Don't touch that dial. When we get back, we return to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We get to you as we're live from Alumni Hall. We'll be back after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care. In support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
This is Chris Rogers, 2009 national champion. You are listening to the baddest, when I say the baddest, sports show in the state of Alabama. In my own words, yours truly, Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
We're back into the action from the break on a Friday, #1 show for your Crimson Tide football news. In my own word, George Troy, Stephen Smith of TDA. We're live from the Crown Jewel Alumni Hall right here in Tuscaloosa. Appreciate Adam Lapello with that $15 donation. Adam dropping that $15. We've hit that daily super chat goal of $100. Appreciate all of you. Making this your spot here, your show for All Things Bama. We go to the phone lines to grab your calls, 205-448-1358. 205-448-1358. You're live on the show. What's happening, how we feel, and state your name and where you calling from.
Steve, what's up with you, man? This is Jay from Florence.
Jay, what's happening, man?
Yeah, man, I had to take a couple weeks off, man. I ain't been hearing what I want out of my Bama fans, because ain't nobody talking about how important this season is. This season here is the close of a college football era. Guys, there will be no Pac-12 after this. SEC won't have, so we adding teams. Big Ten, they adding teams. There's all kinds of conference realignment going on. So the book on that part of college football about to close, and as Alabama fans, we want to close that book in a dominating fashion, man. I mean, we need to end this 3P talk with Georgia, right, to close the chapter of that book. We don't want to go into 2024 talk about, oh, Georgia got that won the last 3 national titles of the 14 playoff era. I don't want to hear that, Steve. You know what I mean? And I don't think fan analysts, people that report on the team, man, ain't nobody talking about that, man. That's the last season. We finna see a lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying? USC finna be in the Big Ten, man.
I mean, it's a lot of change, Jay. It's a lot of change. It's the last year of the Pac-12. Like you mentioned, every conference is adding teams, and you want to do this the right way. And Alabama football wants to get this done the right way. I agree with you.
We need to dominate, Steve. And I'm talking about dominating 77-0 against Middle Tennessee State, guys. Because, see, they coming into this thing with a little hope. Like, okay, hopefully we can look good against Bama. Man, listen, man, it was a point in time where teams knew, like, we don't have any hope. There's nothing we can do against Alabama. We need to get back to that standard, period. Like, all of this quarterback talk or the linemen, they on this, the D-line, all that. Man, listen, man, dominating football is what we need and what we want. We want to see 2,000-yard rushes this season, Steve. With another couple guys that got 500-600 yards, because you can't tell me that you ain't got the athletes or the line to do it. The play calling need to be much better. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that these last couple weeks been kind of like rat poison. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of rat poison going on, and we getting away from the main issue of we need to put some Steve, I'm about to say the bad word, but we need to put some respect back on our name. Nick, don't look at the scoreboard and try to run out the clock and all that like you used to do. Go ahead and hang 75 on them. Why not? Georgia doing it. Georgia doing it in the national championship game, man. They got their walk-ons out there going out there scoring 3 touchdowns. Come on, Nick. We need to get back to just beating people into a pulp. And, man, Roll Tide, I love y'all, man.
Appreciate Jay calling in from Florence, getting us ready for tomorrow. Bama, MTSU from Bryant-Denny, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Kickoff. SEC Network has the call on the game. They got a good commentary team for that game, too. Really nice commentary team for the SEC Network. But, cool call topic right here, folks. Former Alabama defensive lineman, 2-time national champion. The Brian Ray has made the 53-man roster for the Carolina Panthers. Brian Ray went through some injuries in his career, but made the 53-man roster for Carolina. Proud of Brian Ray. Really happy there for him. We got football tomorrow, Eli and John. How y'all post feeling? We got football tomorrow. We made it through an off-season where it was sun, really crazy heat index. You can fry an egg on the road. We made it through an off-season of just bizarre heat. And now we got football. We got football, man. We're going to take our final break here, folks. When we get back, we're going to wrap things up with keys to victory for Bama against MTSU We'll tidy up loose ends after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Marvin Constant, All-SEC linebacker and 1999 SEC champion. You are listening to In My Own Words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide.
People, we're back into the action from the break here on a Friday. Giving you Bama football. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. From Alumni Hall right here in Tuscaloosa. We got football tomorrow. Bama taking on Middle Tennessee State. 6:30 p.m. Central Time from Bryant-Denny. Continue hitting that thumbs up, like button, hitting that subscribe button. Right here for all things Bama football. But we wrap up the show here with this. Keys to victory for your Crimson Tide. Bama set to take on MTSU tomorrow evening. Going to be a fun matchup. SEC Network has the call. LED lighting feature is going to be outstanding. But we got the keys to victory right here for your Crimson Tide. And they're on screen. So the number one key you got to look at, Jalen Milroe and the Alabama quarterback room here got to have the right timing, accuracy, decision-making, because MTSU is bringing in a legit secondary. They got some guys that can record some big plays. So that's number one. MTSU returns 9 of its 20 interceptions from a season ago from within the secondary. They got some ball hawks back there. That's number one. And for Jalen Milroe, the big thing for him is going to be hitting guys in stride, hitting guys pinpoint accuracy, going through the reads, the progressions, the checks, right? Milroe and these receivers being on the same page with each other. The receivers not dropping passes, absolutely not. But Milroe and these receivers being on the same page with each other. So that's the timing, the accuracy, the decision-making. The number two key here, the offensive line. Here is the start of that physicality, right? The start of opening up the run game, getting that run game going, getting downhill, up and down the field, as well as keeping the quarterback fresh. You go back to last season, Alabama was not able to run the football, pound the rock the way it wanted to, the way it's used to doing on a consistent basis at any given moment. To start the season off against Middle Tennessee, what does Coach Saban want to see? That run game going. MTSU, they've got guys in the defensive line that are athletic, that can get after the quarterback, but they're undersized guys. They've got guys 275, 280 pounds. Alabama's bringing in big dudes. J.C. Latham is 360. Seth McLaughlin's 305. Tyler Booker's 335. Bama's got big dudes up front. Being able to impose the will against the Blue Raiders defensive front, get that run game going, that's the second key right there. Third key to victories is Alabama defense being able to just really shut down the Blue Raiders offense. For Kevin Steele, he's trying to show the masses he can still get it done. He's trying to show the masses he still got it. He's trying to show the masses he can still bring the energy, the fire, that enthusiasm to this group. And this is an MTSU offense that's breaking in a new starting quarterback. Chase Cunningham no longer there. They got a new quarterback. Dallas Turner, Chris Braswell, Justin Boygby, T.M. Smith, these guys have got a chance to get after the passing game of MTSU. Also stuffing the run. But this would be a good test for Alabama's secondary, just due to the Blue Raiders who like to go out in those empty sets, 4 and 5 wide receivers. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Terrion Arnold, Trey Amos, Jalen Key, Malachi Moore, King of Downs. A big shot for them. Play your keys, follow your assignments, be in the hip pocket of these receivers, play the football, create some turnovers. A big shot from the defensive front to harass the quarterback, to create negative plays in the backfield, but a big opportunity for Alabama's defensive secondary to get some big-time turnovers here in this matchup. But your Alabama Crimson Tide taking on MTSU Saturday, 6:30 Central Time. Bryant Denny, SEC Network has the call. As always, Bama fans, you want the best news, notes, information, material on your favorite program, that being Bama football. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You download the app from the iPhone App Store. If you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store. If you got the Android phone, for your audio needs, check us out: iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. Good and gracious Lord sees for not trying to be back in the studios in the Birmingham area on Monday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Remember, Bama fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. If you're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, you go to touchdownalabama.com. Become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. I gotta shout out you guys, the outstanding fans of Bama football, for all the calls, the super chats, the donations. You making this your show, your spot, your platform to talk all things Bama. Gotta show some love to the people right here. I love that. Lovely people right here, allowing us to have this show every Friday right here throughout the season at Alumni Hall. I gotta show some love to my two maestros in the building, John Ivory and Elon Walker, doing their thing here, producing the show, making it what it is. Till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing, too. Not be bored there. You get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.